Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be going over how to be a successful infantry officer in Hell Let Loose. Now, these are things that I believe will set you up for success when playing the officer role. Now, let's break down what the role and the goal of the officer is. The officer is essentially the equivalent of a squad leader in a squad. Your squad mates are looking to you for the answers to their questions. What are we doing? Where are we going? We just wiped. What is the next step? I see enemies here. Can you mark them? Right, but what does this all boil down to at the end of the day? Tactical FPS games, you usually look at three things: shoot, move, communicate. Those are the most important three as far as a tactical FPS goes. But the most important for an officer in Hell Let Loose is to communicate from those three. Giving guidance to your troops is important. There are aspects where you will need to tell people where to go, where to shoot, where to spawn. However, not giving any type of guidance is going to lead to failure of the squad. So my first tip is give the why to the troops. Nothing is more frustrating than being told to go somewhere and not given a purpose, especially if it isn't right on the objective that is blatantly plastered on the map. There are times when you have to set up flanking positions and cut the enemy off directly from pushing onto the point, which means your squad will not be getting nearly as many points as everyone else because you're not on that point. But giving a purpose to the squad allows them to understand that the mission that you are partaking in, even though it's not directly on the main objective, is still going to assist the team in some way, shape, or form. Number two, give encouragement. There are way too many people that want to play the tactical FPSs as if it's a milsim event, who bring in elements of the military that do not need to be brought into the gaming sphere. I'm the commander, you will listen to me, or I'm the officer role, you will listen to me. Your goal is to give guidance and to encourage the troops to keep going when things are getting frustrating. There is zero reason to add to the frustration by being a downer on the squad or blaming people for failures. There are a lot of people that play these games and there is zero reason to bring in awful screaming, yelling, and complaining. There are many veterans that play who experienced their time in the military just these things. Gaming is meant to be fun. Break from the real world. Just because you see leaders screaming in military-themed movies doesn't mean it is the right way to act in game. You need to drop the hindsight. Well, we would have been fine if the medic had not pushed up and did this and got killed, blah, blah, blah. Saying these things in a leadership position within the game just breaks trust and confidence from the players, and it ruins the motivation for them to want to continue playing with you. What happened, happened. Nothing you can do. Learn from it, move on. And of course, there will be times that you're going to have difficult players on that squad. Work with them and talk with the problem individual, and if it's still a problem, you can always kick them. But I always try to tell people, don't just kick them right away, talk to them. Somebody could just be having a bad day and they're taking all their aggression out on you as well. I've had that a couple times. Listen to the commander. The command position is a tough one. Their job is to coordinate to the attack and movement of all assets they have at their disposal. And being a difficult officer right away to the command is not a great way to create a cohesive team. Now, if you see a problem with what the commander is asking of you, then just talk to them. Most of the issues within leadership can be solved with open lines of communication. The amount of hostility I see at times due to a lack of communication where it results in people yelling at each other with zero context or conversation that led up to that moment can be quite frustrating, and it doesn't help anything. Again, just like in squad, there are times where you will have commanders that are taking things so seriously or to the next level that it just makes the game unplayable and fun, and I get that. But that's where you guys and gals as the squad leaders can kind of come together and talk to that commander and figure out what's going on. Or they end up getting kicked. Relay only the pertinent information down to your squad. Too much talk on comms can be annoying as a squad mate, and a lot of info is going to be rolling down from command and other officers talking. I always tell my team that if I don't respond to what they are saying, to just wait one and ask again or say it again. It's due to the comm chatter from command and other officers. As soon as they hear that, almost every single time they're like, okay, sounds good. That way they don't have this perception of you are ignoring them. That pertinent information results in, hey, I don't need to tell them from squad India is saying that they have an enemy infantry squad coming up on them, but India is 1,500 meters southwest and the enemy is moving in a complete opposite direction of us. That's what I mean by pertinent information. What is going to help your squad complete the mission? And speaking of that squad, listen to them. If you've played in a squad where any suggestions from the squad are knocked down by the officer, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can always learn something from someone. Just because you're in a leadership role in the game doesn't mean that someone doesn't have any experience or has a different idea than what you were trying. It's okay to listen to your squad, and it's okay to change the plan to what they are thinking. No one is going to think you are incapable or think less of you. In fact, it's going to be showing a willingness to work as a cohesive unit and a willingness to listen to your squad mates. What is important for an officer role to understand if you are new to this role? Basically, this breaks down to two really important things. Outposts. Outposts are spawn points that are only available to your squad, and they're able to spawn on that. Think of it as a rally point if you've played the game squad. However, you will spawn with all of your equipment every time you spawn at that OP, unlike squad. Now, the stopwatch is your go-to here. Scroll down to that thing, and you will see the stopwatch. Click that out, and then you'll be able to build an outpost from there. A couple notes on actually building this, though. You cannot build an enemy territory unless you're a recon unit. If the enemy takes a position and your outpost is in that said territory, it will be destroyed And if the enemy is too close to your outpost, which is roughly within 5 to 10 meters, it's going to get destroyed. It takes 3 minutes before you're able to place another one after it has either been destroyed or if you've already placed one. And the terrain can be incredibly frustrating. Placing behind concealment, so bushes, hedgerows, or hard cover such as a building with relatively flat ground is going to be your best option in keeping your squad alive as they spawn. Now, the second one is a garrison. Now, garrisons are the hab of Hell Let Loose. These are the spawn points that are created by the officer, and you use them to let the entire team spawn off of. There can be a total of 8 garrisons that can be put down at any given time. It requires 50 supplies within a friendly area to build, and 100 supplies are required in an enemy territory that is capturable. So if it's locked, you can't put one down in there. Garrisons do have to be about 200 meters apart from each other, friendly garrison to friendly garrison. They're incredibly important to the success of the team being able to push objectives. And it's ideal to have someone playing the support role in your squad because they have 50 supplies they can put down, which is what is needed in order to put down a friendly garrison. Working with your commanders, as we talked about, is very important because an airdrop is going to be able to drop 100 supplies, which is needed to put a garrison in an enemy territory. So having good communications with everybody is incredibly important here, as stated before. So ladies and gents, I hope that these quick tips helped you out with having some success as an infantry officer in Hell Let Loose. Let me know, comments down below if you have anything that you would like to add to this, things that you do with your leadership philosophy, so to speak, and things that you find are giving you success. We stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time over at twitch.tv/SergeantMadmax. We hope to see you there. Play a lot of different games. Hell Let Loose is definitely one of them, so hope to see you there. Take it easy, take care, and stay safe out there.
I get the shivers whenever I'm thinking about you. Just wanna leave